ताबीर भी न रही. Tabir bhi na rahi, because dreams have become rare, and it's this reality that is envisaged by such a great gathering in this historic auditorium. Esteemed chief guest, respected guest of honor, honorable dignitaries, faculty members, delegates, and all our worthy guests. Today, I, Sadatul Manzoor, stand here to welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of URO-SURG 2023, a twin conference organized by the Postgraduate Department of General and Minimally Invasive Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar, in association with the Kashmir Urological Society. It's the time to welcome our dignitaries on the dais. It's an honor and privilege to welcome our chief guest, Secretary Health and Medical Education, Mr. Bhupinder Kumar Sir, on the dais. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. I request our worthy guest of honor, former head of the Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Mahmooda Khan ma'am, to come on the dais. Thank you, ma'am. May I invite our guest of honor, founder, president, Kashmir Urological Society, senior urological surgeon, Professor Gulzar Mufti sir, to come on the dais. Thank you, sir. I request our patron, Principal, Dean, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Masood Tanveer sir, to come on the dais. Thank you, sir. May I invite organizing co-chairman, Kashmir Urological Society, URO-SURG 2023, Professor Salim Wani sir, to the dais. Thank you, sir. May I invite organizing co-chairman, Kashmir Urological Society, URO-SURG 2023, Professor Arif Hamid sir, to come on the dais. Thank you, sir. May I invite organizing chairman, URO-SURG 2023, head, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Mufti Mahmood sir, to join the dignitaries. Thank you, sir. I request organizing co-chairman, URO-SURG 2023, Professor Iqbal Salim sir, to join the dignitaries. Thank you, sir. May I invite Organizing Secretary, URO-SURG 2023, Dr. Syed Javed Qadri, sir, to join the dignitaries. Thank you, sir. गुले उफ्तादा जो बन के पाया है, तेरी तौफीक से बाहयात पाया है. The essence of flowers serves as an anodyne, but the benevolent presence of our dignitaries will lend a new lease to these flowers that we wish to present to them. Please accept this floral welcome from us. May I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to our chief guest, Mr. Bhupinder Kumar, sir. May I request my colleague to present floral bouquet to our guest of honor, Professor Mahmooda Khan, ma'am. Thank you. May I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to our guest of honor, Professor Gulzar Mufti, sir. May I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to our patron, Professor Masood Tanveer, sir. May I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to our co-chairman, Kashmir Urological Society, Professor Salim Wani, sir. May I request my colleague to present floral bouquet to co-chairman, Kashmir Urological Society, Professor Arif Hamid, sir. May I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to organizing chairman, Professor Mufti Mahmood, sir. May I request my colleague to present floral bouquet to organizing co-chairman, Professor Iqbal Salim Wani, sir. May I request my colleague to present flower bouquet to organizing secretary, Dr. Syed Javed Qadri, sir. Thank you, everyone. Our Department of Surgery is grateful to all the luminaries who have graced this occasion with their presence. We want to express our gratitude to them. Ladies and gentlemen, let's felicitate our guest. I request Principal Dean, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Masood Tanveer, sir, to felicitate our chief guest, Mr. Bhupinder Kumar, sir. Thank you, sir. I request Professor Masood Tanveer, sir, to felicitate our guest of honor, Professor Mahmooda Khan, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I kindly request Professor Masood Tanveer sir to felicitate our guest of honor, Professor Gulzar Mufti sir. Thank you, sir. I humbly request Professor Mahmooda Khan ma'am to felicitate our patron, Principal, Dean, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Masood Tanveer sir. Thank you, ma'am. Many a hard work has gone in planning and execution of this conference, come workshop. We owe our thanks to one and all. There was a workforce, and then there were the leaders. And it's these leaders who guided us in our endeavor. I take this opportunity to invite the cornerstone of our department, the ever-smiling, the problem solver, Professor Iqbal Salim sir, organizing co-chairman, URO SURG 2023, to share his thoughts with us. Sir, please.
Thank you, Sadat. Dignitaries on the dais, our Secretary Health and Medical Education, Mr. Bopinder, then the teacher of the teachers, the Iron Lady. How many adjectives can I use for her? I think dictionary will fail. Believe me, it's so emotional to have her here. I could go on for hours singing what she has done. From a scratch, she raised this department. She took it to the newer heights, being a lady with an iron will. And you know what the time was? We are talking of 20, 30 years back. She stood like a rock and she taught people. And she taught us what patients mean. She taught us what clinical examination means. And it was wonderful to work under her. And I feel really humbled today to be standing here and speaking about her. Professor Mahmooda Khan. Ladies and gentlemen, can we have a standing ovation for this lady? Thank you very much. Professor Gulzar Mufti, who doesn't know him, the urologist par excellence, he left this valley, but he shone somewhere else. Our loss was gain of England. And he shone there like a star. Professor Gulzar Mufti, sir, welcome. What do I say about Professor Masood Tanveer? The soft-spoken person who just makes things so easy, so simple. Even the most difficult things seem to just vanish away and we get the best results. Professor Masood Tanveer, sir, welcome. I don't know whether I should be welcoming, he is basically the host. Then Professor Salim Wani, who doesn't know him? The person who strived hard, who shone and then started the transplant of kidney in our UT. Can we have a round of applause for him? Okay, should I talk about Professor Mufti Mahmood? Should I? Well, I should, because he is the man who took us out of that flood-ridden situation. He is the man who made sure this department comes back on the rails. He is the man who made sure that all the juniors come forward and really get their due. Isn't it true? Okay, so can we have some standing ovation for him? Come on. Let's show our gratitude to the person who made sure that this department comes out of that cold weather. Sir, it has been a privilege. I don't know. I am going to miss him. I am going to miss his leadership. I am going to miss his cheerfulness. I don't know how we will manage without him. But let's hope that better things come. Thank you very much for being my guide. You know, I am a very impatient man. I am impulsive most of the times. So he is the person who makes me calm, tells me, okay, calm down, it's not going to affect you, so calm. Thank you very much for being a friend and a guide. Well, Arif, you know Professor Arif, he is the backbone of the transplant surgery in SKIMS. He just digs into you with those small jibes, small smiley jibes. So thank you very much and welcome. Okay, what do I say about Javed? I have seen him rising up and up. 2003, he was an intern. I had a workshop at JLNM hospital and this guy came and single-handedly helped me. I have a round of applause for him. I still remember it, even though you might have forgotten. Have I forgotten anybody? Oh, okay, I welcome myself also. Thank you very much. So everybody welcome and कौन थे लिंक? नहीं मैंने उनको बता दिया. Thank you sir.
Thank you, sir. People come and people go, but some people leave an impeccable mark. We are blessed to have among us Professor Mufti Mahmood sir, who has taken our department to lofty heights, infusing in us the tenets of discipline, hard work, and empathy towards patient. He has been instrumental in watering the surgical buds. I request you, sir, to the podium to share your words.
Chief guest of today's event, worthy Secretary Health and Medical Education, Mr. Bhupinder Kumar, my teacher, my mentor, Professor Mahmooda Khan, who happens to be the guest of honor today, Professor Gulzar Mufti, the doyen of urology, who is the guest of honor today and is the founder president of Kashmir Urological Society. Although he has been in England, but his roots have been here, his heart has been here, and he has given birth to one of the prestigious community of urologists he named Kashmir Urological Society. My colleagues, my worthy principal, Professor Masood Tanveer sir, my colleagues on the dais, Professor Mohammad Salim Wani, Professor Arif, Professor Iqbal Salim, and my sheet anchor for all the conferences that I have convened so far, the organizing secretary, Dr. Saeed Javed Qadri, my teachers in the audience, my colleagues, my friends who have come from outside, Anshuman is here, Dr. Anil is here, Rahul is here, and they have been so nice and made it to the valley in a very short time. I'm so grateful to all of them. Faculty members, faculty members, heads of departments, students, and our fraternity from the media, I'm thankful to them that they are here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my proud privilege to welcome you all. I think, if I remember correctly, back to back, this is the fourth conference that we have been holding for the last 2 years. Last year we had Jakasi, then we had a conference on AI, and then we had a urological event which culminated with the launch of Kashmir Urological Society. And now today we have been fortunate to conduct and showcase the talent of our faculty, the talent of our students to the people at large and to the experts who have come from outside. URO SURG 2023. Many were skeptical. Why this URO SURG? This is Department of Surgery. What do they have to do with urology? I think if you remember correctly, and some of the people who know the history of evolution of urology in Kashmir, it started from Department of Surgery. And the people who started were Dr. Jilani Saab, who is still here, then Dr. B.L. Bond, Professor Munir Khan. They have all been the faculty of surgery, but they have, within the Department of Surgery, laid solid foundations to the urological work, and which is probably the reason that this specialty has grown within the ambient of surgery for decades ago. Now we added, when I joined after doing MCH in 2005, January, I was well supported by the faculty of surgery and the principals who were at that time at the Health of Affairs. I think Professor Ghulam Jinani was the head of the department, and subsequently he became the principal of Medical College. And he patronized and supported me in carrying on the urological work. And as days passed on, some more people joined. And what we are doing in urology, probably my friends who have come from across, they will not hesitate to endorse that it is at par with all the best centers. We have demonstrated some of the very advanced laparoscopic urological surgery, which includes lap pyeloplasty, lap partial nephrectomy, then RIRS using the laser lithotripsy, then PCNL. These are all standard protocols already existing in our department. And the idea of showcasing through this event was that to make the people aware how urology has progressed under the domain of Department of Surgery. So we are well within our rights and justified to hold urological events, whether somebody agrees or doesn't agree, because this department is not just few days old. This has been there for decades together, and it has served to the community at large, and it has delivered. Looking back at the Department of General Surgery vis-a-vis its work in minimal access surgery, we have worked very hard, and it's not me, it's the faculty who has worked very hard. They have toiled, and we have planned jointly. See, many of the times the conferences are held, most of the faculty who operates, they come from outside. But I thought that it is our platform. Well, experts from outside are there to guide us, they are there to steer the workshop, but we should provide an opportunity to our faculty, irrespective of their designation in the department. And that is, with this endeavor, we have been able to promote quality surgical work, and this was recently acknowledged and endorsed by none other than National Board of Examinations, who have granted us Center for Fellowship in Minimal Access Surgery, and the first batch has joined now. Probably SKIMS General Surgery and General Surgery Department in GMC SRINAGAR are the only two centers which have been recognized as centers for fellowship in minimal access surgery. We have added to our armamentarium, and of course we have justified the use of those, purchase of those equipments off and on to our institutional heads. We have delivered on many fronts. We got high-end laparoscopic towers, we got 3D, we got and energy sources which are found in standard institutions which run the MCH program. And we have never lagged behind in patient care or teaching. Ours is a very robust teaching program. And the foundations of this teaching program were laid by none other than Professor Mahmooda Khan, who after having come back from England, there are many things she introduced, and I happened to be her student, her resident, and those were the things I tried to inculcate and promote in my department as head of the department. And this time we have a robust PG program. We have their skill lab, a well-equipped skill lab. There is a calendar which is drawn throughout the year. The training is mentored by our senior professors, and there is a grading system we allot to them, and they grow from level 1 to level 2 to level 3 depending upon their individual performance in the skill lab. And that is how they have been able to perform well in the workshops, in the OTs, and we didn't get any outsider for holding the camera, for assisting us. They are the people who have done so well in assisting us, in holding the camera, and holding a camera requires, it's an art. Surgeon is nothing, leprosurgeon is nothing without a trained and experienced cameraman. And I have tried my level best to ensure that they receive the requisite training vis-a-vis holding these cameras, having the training practice on endo trainers. And this is the end result that the department is able to, it's not a small thing. In a huge gathering, our faculty has been demonstrating very high-end laparoscopic and urological procedures. And you have all witnessed for the last 2 days, some of the high-end procedures have been demonstrated. And this reflects the level of training that has been gained by the faculty at large. And I'm so satisfied and confident that this department will leave no stones unturned to progress to much higher levels. And what we should talk now, next year, should be a robot. Sir, things have changed now, from open surgery to laparoscopy, and now robotic is the next level. And as you know, we have tried our level best to keep pace with the people across, outside, within the country, and even outside. And it's my request and submission that in the next plan, robots should be installed not only in Srinagar, but it should be involved in GMC Jammu also. And robotics is the need of the hour. Our faculty who have an experience of more than 15 years on these monitors, they have perfect hand-eye coordinations. It won't be a very long learning curve for them to adjust to the robotic surgeries. And this is the time to make use of their experience, their acumen and their talent, and translate it into perfect robotic surgeries, which will be to the beneficial of our community at large. In the end, before I conclude, I just want to give a message to my fellow students and faculty. I repeated it in Baramulla last time, that if you want to be known in this world, you will be known by only the place of work that you have grown. So make sure that you work for your department, because department is not there because of you. You are because of the department. I now request my mentor, my teacher, Professor Mahmooda Khan, to inaugurate our newly established skill lab in the Department of Surgery at Government Medical College, Srinagar. And before I conclude, I invite you through a small journey through the Department of Surgery as it exists now. Well, this is the majestic entrance of GMC SRINAGAR, as you know. After floods, we had to swap places with the Department of Radiology. So we were asked to move to the ground floor, and the radiology people went to the first floor because there was a direction from the government that all the imaging gadgets should be placed in first floor just in case there is another threat of floods in future. So we started from a scratch. We had nothing at all, and with the support and patronage of our successive principals, Professor Kasser is here, Professor Parvez Shah, Professor Masood Saab, Professor Samia Rashid, they have all been instrumental in establishing our department. And this is the quality of work that is being done by different faculty in the Department of Surgery. They are doing advanced colorectal surgeries, hernias, even PCNLs, mini PCNLs. In fact, the first PCNL in Kashmir, in any government sector, was done in GMC Srinagar in 2010. So this is a RIRS being performed, retrograde intrarenal surgery. This is our departmental library where postgraduates, usually this is the skill lab which Professor Mahmooda Khan has just inaugurated. There is a training program device already for the postgraduates. This is our seminar room where all the academics are taken care of. There are case presentations, panel discussions, and this is our surgical office where the planning, full planning along with all the heads of units and faculty is done, and things are executed as per the consensus that we have from all the faculty members. See, no department can progress if you are not on the same page. So we have all tried, and I'm so thankful to all the faculty members that they have reposed a lot of confidence and faith in me, and they have never contradicted the decisions I had to take during my tenure. Thank you so much, and I'm so grateful to you. And these are the departmental activities. You know, this is the patient footfall for last 3 years. 2020 happened to be the COVID, so it's on the lower side. And this is how we have been delivering on providing advanced health care in Ayushman scheme, which is absolutely free of cost to them, and it is a boon to the poor patients of the UT of J&K. And it's an initiative for which I must compliment the government of J&K. These are postgraduates and students who are having hands-on also. This is the hands-on robotic workshop we did 2 years back, where around 250 doctors were enrolled from various institutions. And this is the last meeting we had, which was inaugurated by advisor to Lieutenant Governor, Mr. Bhatnagar sir. This is the establishment of Kashmir Urological Society. And this Kashmir Urological Society has been actually formed to provide urological service at the doorsteps of the people. You know, people belong to very far off areas, and we have decided to formulate teams and offer urological care to the community at large, especially in the peripheral regions where they do not have access to the consultants or to the experts. So this is Ours is a robust cricket team. This is the honors board which has been installed in Department of Surgery. They are our heads of departments. Professor Ban, Professor Mahmuda Khan is here. This is Professor H.U. Zargar, Professor M.S. Bisgar. They are all our teachers and doyens of surgery. Professor Jilani, Professor Munir Khan, Professor Mohammed Shafi, Professor Shaukat Jilani. Thank you very much. I'm so grateful to you for your patient hearing.
Thank you so much, sir. The conference has been organized by the Postgraduate Department of General and Minimally Invasive Surgery in collaboration with the Kashmir Urological Society. Professor Arif Hamid, sir, has been involved in the Kashmir Urological Society since its inception. On this occasion, I would like to invite sir to the podium to share his thoughts.
Chief guest of the occasion and Secretary Health and Medical Education, Mr. Bhupinder Kumar. Guest of honor and our teacher of teachers, Madam Mahmuda Khan. Patron of Kashmir Urological Society, Professor Gulzar Mufti. Principal Dean GMC Srinagar, Professor Masood Tanveer. Organizing Chairman of today's event, Professor Mufti Mahmood. Co-organizing Chairman, Professor Muhammad Salim Wani. Co-organizing Chairman, Professor Iqbal Salim. Organizing Secretary of today's event, Dr. Javed Qadri. Faculty of GMC Srinagar and associated hospitals. Faculty from SKIMS. Faculty from other parts of the country. Students, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Kashmir Urological Society, I welcome you all for this academic event being organized by the Department of Surgery, GMC Srinagar, in collaboration with Kashmir Urological Society. This is a twin conference where we have seen 2 days of operative workshop yesterday and today, where a number of excellent cases were demonstrated by the experts and with an active participation by one and all, particularly our students. Since I am representing the Kashmir Urological Society, it's my responsibility to say a word about this society. Some time back, we were very few urologists in the valley. But as the number increased, the senior urologists thought that we should have a forum or a society to provide a common platform, to share our knowledge, to exchange thoughts, to improve our skills, with the ultimate aim of passing all the benefits to our dear patients. With lot of discussions and deliberations, and the able guidance and the roadmap shown by our worthy patron, Professor Gulzar Mufti, and the extraordinary efforts of senior urologists, Professor Ghulam Jilani, Professor Munir Khan, Professor Baldev Singh, Professor Salim Wani, Professor Mahmood, and little bit me also. So we were able to create this Kashmir Urological Society, and we officially launched it last year in December. Since then, we have organized few scientific events under the banner of Kashmir Urological Society, and we intend to organize more. But being the part of this society, I realize that we are just in the initial phase and we have a long way to go ahead. But I'm sure with the able guidance of our seniors, particularly Professor Gulzar Mufti and other senior members, and the active participation of the younger urologists of the valley and support from the administration, we'll be able to make it a vibrant and meaningful forum and achieve the ultimate goal for which this academic forum has been created. Thank you very much.
a urologist par excellence who started transplant sojourn in this beautiful valley, a great leader who has nurtured many budding urologists and is currently heading the Department of Urology and Transplant Unit at SKIM Srinagar. I request Professor Salim Vani sir to the podium to share his thoughts.
Respected Chief Guest of the occasion, Mr. Bhupinder Kumar, Guest of Honor, my teacher, in fact the teacher of teachers, Professor Mahmooda Khan, Professor Gulzar Mufti, who has come all the way from England for this occasion only and who has in fact been the brainchild of the Kashmir Urological Society, Professor Masood Tanveer, Dean and the Principal of the Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Mufti Mahmood, the Organizing Chairman of this Twin Conference and Head Department of the General and Minimal Access Surgery at the Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Iqbal Salim, my friend who is a very dynamic laparosurgeon and who has taken the laparoscopy to a never heights in Kashmir. My friend and colleague, Professor Arif Hamid, my backbone at Sher Kashmir Institute of Medical Sciences, a dynamic organizing secretary who has shown his managerial skills, Dr. Javed Qadri, the respected seniors of the dais. I can see Professor Baldev, Professor Ruxana, Professor Atri, then Professor Jilani Saab, Professor Kaiser, our urology colleagues from the rest of the country. I see Professor Elias Sharma, who is holding the twin responsibilities of the nodal officer of the SOTO, which is the State Organ and Transplantation Authority, and he is doing a wonderful job on that front. Professor Anshuman, Professor Gupta, Rahul Gupta, my dear colleagues, friends and students. It's really an honor to be here. And at the outset, I would bring greetings from the Sher Kashmir Institute of Medical Sciences. It's an immense pleasure to be here, sharing the dais with my teacher, who has been a disciplinarian. And everything has been said about him, and still remember the days I was working as a student and she was the head of the department, how she has taught us the discipline, and we are still trying to carry it forward and inculcate it and let the juniors imbibe it. And at times if I am tough to the people, to my students, it's all because what I have learned from the madam. This institution is a sacred place for all of us. And this institute of knowledge, teaching and serving has stood the test of the time. Today, I look back with a sense of pride, achievement and satisfaction, because this institution had the triple objective of teaching, clinical research and the patient care, and they have excelled in all. Well, this thing has happened because of over a period of time, the technologies have taken over. And the things will not change and go forward unless and until we have the technologies and we embrace the technologies, the latest technologies. The conference which was happening here during these 2 days and tomorrow, it's all the latest gadgets have been demonstrated here. And these latest gadgets of the endoscopic equipment and laparoscopic equipment, when they are available to us, then only we are able to perform. But what is missing is, in this conference, you have demonstrated everything. But one thing is missing in this conference, and which I urge the worthy Secretary of the Health and Medical Education, Mr. Bhupinder Kumar, who is a very young and dynamic administrator and is a son of the soil, and he has a responsibility to fulfill, especially for this region. The missing thing, sir, has been the robotic surgery. Everything has been demonstrated. The missing thing is the robotic surgery. And I am glad to know that the government has already planned for the procurement of the robotic surgery for Jammu Medical College and Jammu Medical College and Srinagar Medical College. Sher-e-Kashmir Institute of Medical Sciences would be incomplete without a robot. The surgical skills of the surgeons would be obsolete if we do not get the robot. Why robot? My department has 4 MCA students from all over the country. And likewise in other departments also, the MCH and MS students are coming from outside. If we do not have this latest cutting edge technology at our institute, the students would opt out. And the community, the Jammu and Kashmir UT, will be at loss. So I urge you respectfully to carry forward this robotic surgical procurement, which is the need of the hour, so that we are not left behind, and the students with in their hands, our lives will be tomorrow, and they are trained properly. So this is the most important thing I wanted to talk about. And this conference has been a wonderful conference which has been organized by Mufti Mahmood and the dynamic secretary Javed Qadri in association with Kashmir Urological Society, and wonderful cases have been demonstrated, and we too had an opportunity to beam our kidney transplant live here yesterday. And so the aim of these conferences is to do whatever we have learned and pass it on to the next generation. We have done our bit. The seniors have done their bit. And now it is the responsibility of the juniors to take this baton forward and get this institution to the newer heights. And I'm sure the deliberations which happened during the conference yesterday and what would be happening tomorrow, the deliberations will be fruitful and useful. And the learning which we have done since yesterday in this conference and tomorrow, it will be of great help to all the seniors and to the juniors. And I wish good luck to the organizers of this conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. An ace clinician who is an epitome of humility, a person who is proving his mettle as an able administrator. Despite the many problems an administrator faces, a charming smile never leaves his face. I welcome our patron, Principal, Dean, Government Medical College, Srinagar, Professor Masood Tanveer sir, to come on the podium.
Respected Chief Guest, Honorable Shri Bhupinder Kumar, Secretary to Government Health and Medical Education, UT of J&K. Respected Guest of Honor, Professor Mahmooda Khan, ex-HOD Surgery, Professor Gulzar Mufti, Senior Consultant Urologist and Patron, Kashmir Urological Society, Professor Salim Wani, HOD Urology, SKIMS, Professor Arif Hamid, Professor of Urology, SKIMS, Professor Mufti Mahmood, HOD Surgery, GMC SRINAGAR, Professor Iqbal Salim, Professor of Surgery, GMC SRINAGAR, and Dr. Javed Qadri, Assistant Professor, Surgery, GMC SRINAGAR, and distinguished persons in the audience. I see principals, Professor Jilani. I see my teachers. I see my principal, Professor Kaisar. My teachers, Professor Baldev, I see Professor Nisar, Professor Ghulam Hassan, Professor Nazir, and distinguished HODs, distinguished invited faculty, dear students, good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of GMC SRINAGAR, I welcome you all. And as I stand here, it's a matter of great honor and privilege to address this remarkable gathering at this Surgery and Urology Conference, URO SURG 2023. This remarkable occasion brings experts from around the world and the country. All of them share a passion for advancing the fields of surgery and urology. I express my deep gratitude to all of them for being a part of this remarkable event. And I'm sure these 3 days are a journey of knowledge exchange, where advances in technology and research, as well as innovations in techniques, have transformed the fields of urology and surgery, and thereby application of these techniques and enhanced the life of so many people. At GMC, we believe in quality healthcare, and may I remind our audience that in the last few years, talking about surgical faculty, we have many surgical subspecialties which have been introduced, like urology, neurosurgery, pediatric surgery, surgical gastroenterology, surgical oncology, and cardiovascular and thoracic surgery. And the latest entrant has been minimal access surgery. And we have recently been awarded a fellowship in minimal access surgery. These fruits have been borne, and many daring surgeries are now routinely performed. Bladder reconstruction, kidney sparing, tumor surgery, renal transplant, advanced laparoscopic surgeries. I was recently hearing that we have done laparoscopic Whipple's procedure of pancreas successfully. Bariatric surgery has been introduced, and many life-saving interventions as well as reconstructive surgeries have transformed the lives of so many people. Here I must compliment my colleague and friend, Professor Mufti Mahmood, HOD Surgery, for having raised the bar. He has raised the bar of surgery. He has taken the Department of Surgery to the next level. And not only has he done that, he has also raised the bar of our conferences. The kind of technology they have used in their conferences, the kind of audio visuals, the arrangements, the live transmission of surgical procedures, I must say that I am very sure that his successors will be under tremendous pressure to emulate his performance as a team leader. To Professor Mufti, I say thank you, and you shall be missed by many people, and I am one of them, not only for you as a person, but for the body of work you have left behind. To the participants, I wish a very pleasant journey through this conference, and to the organizers, I wish good luck and all the success. And finally, I always use such occasions for passing on a message which is general. As we have made huge strides in medicine, and surgery, where groundbreaking research and innovations have led to tremendous improvement in the lives of patients. Newer challenges are emerging, and one of them is substance abuse. And substance abuse or substance use is devouring our youth. The use of substance use disorders are on the rise in the youth, and the worst of them is the IV drug abuse, and many of them are hepatitis C and B positive, and so there is an epidemic within an epidemic. So to the youth, I say stay away from drugs, and to my especially students of this college, I say kindly educate people about the ill effects of drugs and also make them aware about early symptoms of substance use. And I will end here, and I wish all the success to this conference, and thank you all. Thank you.
Chief guest or Thank you so much, sir. The son of the soil, who has been a graduate of this prestigious institute, and a person whose name resounds in the highest echelon of the urological circles of the world, having authored number of international publications in prestigious journals and being invited speaker at delivering guest lectures and oration at urology conferences throughout the world, I request Professor Gulzar Mufti sir to the podium to share his words of wisdom.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think I've got to be quick because our chief guest has to leave very shortly. And I can also see that the attention span in the audience is waning. So I just want to focus you for a little while more, 5 to 10 minutes. I won't address the podium with their long names. I know them personally, so all of you, particularly our Secretary Health, and also my teacher, everybody else's teacher, everybody else who is sitting here, Professor Mahmoud Khan, for whom we have the greatest regard. It is a great, great pleasure to be here. It really is. I think some of what I was going to say tomorrow in my talk has already been said. And I have a bone to pick with Mahmoud, my baby brother, as I call him, because he sent me the photographs of all the heads of departments, which I used on a slide, which I was going to show you tomorrow, and he showed it today. So that was cheating, but never mind. I mean, this is nostalgia. That's the place exactly where that flower vase is sitting, just a little bit lateral to that, where I was sitting in 1964, my final MBBS exam, and I was sweating away writing the management of fracture of neck of femur. And this is the place where I have spoken many times in conferences. I remember Jilani Saab holding conference. I remember Munir Khan holding a few conferences. I remember Mufti Mahmood holding another conference. So I've been here many, many times. And this is nostalgia. 1965, 59 students came together and started this place. And 5 years later, I call Medical College Srinagar as the mother hen. And we are the chicks who came out. And we spread to other parts of the world, all over the globe. And we serve the humanity. Now, And while these years have gone, surgery has changed. And I'm going to talk to you tomorrow how surgery has changed. I was trained in an era when the bigger the cut, bigger the surgeon. And we have come to an era where I'll be sitting here and operating on a patient in San Francisco. And a word about Kashmir Urological Society, because I am the patron of. And this has been one of my dreams, because I was the first MCH urology. At that time, super specialization didn't exist. And now you have urologists everywhere. And I wanted this to be together. And one thing everyone forgot in their speeches so far, it's not only Kashmir Urological Society, that means people who are working in Kashmir Valley. It is Kashmiri origin urologists working in the United States and in the United Kingdom and in other parts of the world. And the aim of the society is to celebrate our successes, to look at our challenges, and to learn from each other. And this should be the aim, and I pray, and it's my plea to you all the urologists, come together under one roof. Because if you do that, you are stronger, you are united. People will respect you. Finally, I don't want to take too much time because of the, because the health secretary has to leave. There has been a case made for robot, and I will make a case for robot as well for Kashmir. I think there should be a robot. I think there's no reason. Whole world has a robot. Why shouldn't Kashmir have a robot? So my appeal to you, sir, is that a robot is needed, because without that, there won't be progress. But fundamentally, the final bit that I'm going to say, there used to be a surgeon who really introduced surgery in Kashmir. His name was Ernest New. I'm going to talk about in detail tomorrow. And he and his brother Arthur worked at Kashmir Mission Hospital, which is now the Chest Diseases Hospital. And they wrote a paper in Lancet at the close of 19th century, 18 something, which I will show you to you tomorrow. And the paper says 10,000 surgical operations in Kashmir. So those people at the close of 19th century looked at their work and then found what their mortality was, what their morbidity was. And you will see, if you read that paper, their results were excellent. And they said that the results are excellent because Kashmir Mission Hospital is situated on the edge of the Dal Lake, and it's the beautiful wind that comes from the lake, and that was responsible for good results. So the future, of course, the future is the robot, but another thing that you have to look at, and that's for Iqbal, our new head of the department, and that's for the principal. And I've talked to him before about it. Quality, quality, quality. And that is what I do at present time. What you do, you find out, are you doing a good job? And that's governance in healthcare. I think that should be the next journey in this long journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
I think I'm.
दो अश्क जाने किस लिए पलकों पे आकर टिक गए, अल्ताफ की बारिश तेरी, इकराम का दरिया तेरा. Yes, eyes are moist, hearts are swollen. Reverence is palpable, gratitude is inseparable. The lady who stood tall lighting the torch of surgery in this part of the world. The lady who is undoubtedly the teacher of teachers. The lady who has blessed us with her endearing presence despite her health issues. The lady who is phenomenal. The lady who is the real beacon. May I please request Mahmooda ma'am to bless us with her words.
चेयर आगे करेंगे
थोड़ा सा आगे कर लीजिए।
थोड़े आगे ठीक है कंफर्टेबल
Well, I hope you can hear me well at the back.
ओके
Is it okay? On the outset, first of all, I must thank Dr. Mufti Sahab, who has invited me for this conference. And as I walked through the corridors of this institution, I really felt very nostalgic about it. I missed it, where I have spent a lot of my time and years in trying to help the poor. Honorable Secretary, Health Medical Education, Bhupinder Kumar Sahab, patron of the conference, Masood Tanveer Sahab,
drops
consultant urologist of Kashmir Urological Society, Mufti Sahab. I mean, if I say Gulzar Mufti Sahab, okay? Because there are two Muftis now. Then I welcome you, Dr. Salim Wani, who is in the institute, head of the urology, Professor of Urology, Dr. Arif Hamid. See, I try to remember the names.
You still remember?
Who is next? Dr. Mufti Mahmood Sahab. Thank you very much for inviting me and giving me all the whatever. Dr. Javed Qadri. Nice to see you. And all the senior doctors sitting right in the front row and the second row and everywhere. And all my students, not my students now, they are the students of the younger generation, the undergraduate and the postgraduate students, all the medical faculty of the GMC, all the delegates who are visiting us from all over India, abroad, from UK and US. I don't see, excepting Mufti Sahab, Gulzar Mufti Sahab. You are here. I don't know how about the rest.
Rashid is there from USA. Rashid from USA.
Rashid from US
Rashid Sahab,
He's not here.
he is not here.
Robotic surgeon.
Well, I'm told he is the expert in robotic surgery. Is he doing it now?
Yes.
Okay, he is busy in the operating room. I welcome you all up today for the inauguration ceremony of this twin conference, and I hope you are enjoying and have the very fruitful sessions yesterday and today also. And I hope you like the operating sessions too. Unfortunately, you see the weather has been very bad to welcome you in the valley, but I hope you have enjoyable time. I have been associated with this institution in my younger age, almost for 23 years to 25 years. I retired in 1993 and I still miss my institution. I miss my students and I'm very nostalgic about it. Surgery then and now has impressively changed to advanced endoscopic surgical procedures. When I was as a surgeon here, I was mostly doing conventional open surgery. We had no concept of, making small incisions then. And we were not making bigger incisions like Mufti Sahab has already discussed. The bigger you make an incision, the bigger you are the surgeon. But that's not true anymore. That is not true. Now all the surgical procedures, all the units, I think all the units of this medical college are doing endoscopic surgery. I do not know whether they are doing conventional surgery as well.
Yes, ma'am, one table is for convention.
Is there?
We have kept that very important.
However, I really feel that there is a lot of deficiency in training the students who are doing MS surgery. A student who is MS in doing surgery training is not good enough to have only endoscopic surgery. He must be exposed to conventional open surgery. The first step in training of a surgeon is conventional open surgical procedures. You have opened the abdomen, you have opened the brain, you have opened the chest, you know what is going on in this everywhere. But if you are doing endoscopic work only, you only focus on that organ and you do not know anything else. And any surgeon who is being trained in MS must be exposed to conventional open surgical procedures first, and then they can take proper MS surgical degree. This is a must. I think, personally, I feel this is a must. First step in training is conventional open surgical procedures. Now, the tendency to do these endoscopic surgical procedures is growing very fast. Very fast that we are really not training our postgraduate students who are doing MS in the, as I told you, in the proper exploratory laparotomy. They don't know, they have not seen it. They don't know what is going on. If they land up in some surgical complications at the time of endoscopy, they do not know how to open the abdomen. They have to call somebody else. They have to call some more senior surgeon who have had the experience of open surgery. So first step is general surgical procedures, and the second step is endoscopic surgery. And the next step will be robotic surgery. So we are going from conventional surgical procedures, open method, to more and more, I would say, endoscopic procedures. Today I find that there is some degree of malpractice in the rural areas. The students who have done their MS degree, they are going to the rural areas, and this is to be recorded, I think. I have heard about it, I do not know about it. I have not seen it myself, that they are doing laparoscopic surgery, like laparoscopic gallbladder surgery, cholecystectomy. And they are not experienced, they haven't had hand-on training. Hand-on training is very, very important in endoscopic surgery. If they haven't had the experience of hand-on, they are just witness on the TV screen. Surgery is being done by a senior professor, and they only see the surgery being done endoscopically. They have not seen it on their own hands. So this is not right. They go and do laparoscopic surgery. I think this is a kind of malpractice, because they are charging the patient. And this, I think there is some scheme by the government. Is that so, that they get some amount of money from the government for laparoscopic surgery?
So government has covered every individual in J&K under an insurance scheme. So I think that is where the motivation lies. So they want
I think that is, I won't say that is the motivation. I think this is harmful, because they are landing up in surgical difficulties. They injure the important structures, like you are doing a cholecystectomy, you injured CBD, you injured a major vessel. What do? You do not know anything, and they don't even recognize it, they have done it. And you lose the patient. There's long-term surgical complications. They get strictures, CBD stricture, they got jaundice and all the associated problems. They have a bile leak, they have bile peritonitis. I think this has to be avoided somewhere. So we should really guard it. Now our students who are going to be future teachers, I mean, they have to be dedicated. They have to be dedicated, they have to have a good knowledge of basic surgical procedures, and then they go into for MS degrees, and afterwards they can go on for MCH degrees. This should be a step. First, training, MS surgery, then laparoscopic surgery, and then they get the degree of MCH. Well, I have been here, I have tried my best to inculcate the dedication in my students, and I'm very, very happy and I feel very proud that my students whom I have trained, they are the helm of affairs of this institution, and they are doing the best under the present circumstances. And with these words, I must thank you all for inviting me for this function. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The hard work of residents, the toil of presenters, and the efforts of all those who have contributed in the success of the URO SURG 2023, garnished with the message of well-wishers, has been given the shape of manuscript that is the souvenir of this auspicious conference. May I request our chief guest and guest of honor to release the souvenir. Please, sir. Thank you so much. The very essence of leadership is that you have to have a vision. You can't blow an uncertain trumpet. These thoughts are epitomized in essentiality by our chief guest, a young and hardworking IAS officer, Mr. Bhupinder Kumar sir, who is serving as an inspiration to all the young people of the country. I request Secretary Health and Medical Education, Union Territory, Jammu and Kashmir, Chief Guest of today's occasion, Mr. Bhupinder Kumar sir, to share his thoughts.
Thank you. Respected Professor Mahmooda Khan, Professor Gulzar Mufti, who has come all the way from UK, Principal of Government Medical College Srinagar, Professor Masood Tanveer, Professor Wani from SKIMS, HOD, Department of Surgery, GMC Srinagar, Professor Mufti Mahmood, all dignitaries on the dais, senior faculty members in the audience, students, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a pleasure for me to be here as part of URO SURG 2023, which is one of the series of conferences which have been conducted by GMC Srinagar and especially by Department of Urology. And I must compliment the organizers, the principal, and everybody who is not part of the college but all as part of Kashmir Urology society to have organized this conference wherein experts from other parts of the country and world have participated, and they are going to demonstrate. In fact, I believe there's a live demonstration of some robotic surgeries also, which have been planned. So I must compliment the organizers for really, in enhancing the standards of such conferences. I'll be as brief as I can be. I have, the experts before me who have spoken on the field, on the challenges, on the future that lies ahead. I'll only like to add what the government has been doing to improve health infrastructure, medical education, so that we make healthcare more affordable, more accessible, while maintaining quality. And I must appreciate Professor Gulzar Mufti for highlighting the aspect of quality. I think that is where, we all need to work together. And what I can say is our institutions are slowly recognizing the importance of this aspect in our healthcare. And I'm sure in times to come, we will be laying adequate focus on the aspect of quality in our health institutions. So as you are aware that Government of J&K with the support of Government of India has been really expanding our medical education over the past 6 or 7 years now. So we have been adding new medical colleges. 5 were added the last year. This time around we are expecting admissions in GMC Handwara and GMC Udhampur, which will increase the number of MBBS students intake to 1300 every year in the UT, which is commendable. I think by any standards, Jammu and Kashmir by next year end will have 13 medical colleges, including 2 AIMS and so many medical colleges. So this has certainly led to great change in terms of service delivery, which is available in our peripheries. Today, before coming to this conference, I was attending a meeting of Baramulla, and the principal asked me, "Sir, हमें cath lab चाहिए." So it was unheard of maybe 5 years ago. Similarly, Anantnag has started demanding, we need MRI facility, we need a cath lab, we need latest equipment for laparoscopic surgeries and various other things. So what I can see, the kind of transformation which has been brought in the last 5 years is phenomenal. We have really been able to expand the range of services that are available in the peripheries. It has definitely led to reduction in the patient load in our premium institutions, that is GMC Srinagar, GMC Jammu. And we can say now that our peripheries, especially the district hospitals, are doing a better job than they used to because of various interventions that the government has taken over time. We have been constantly adding new nursing colleges. In fact, the Government of India has agreed to set up 7 new nursing colleges which will coexist with the newly sanctioned medical colleges. So while we expand the medical education of MBBS, PGs and all others, we are also focusing on the nursing care, the availability of paramedics. Both Jammu and Srinagar medical colleges, they have made addition to the PG seats in various departments in the last 1 year, and I must compliment all departments who have been able to increase or enhance the seats that they have. Our next focus is to fill up the vacant positions, to ensure that the talent that we have in the market is brought into our system. We retain them, we provide them better working conditions so that they remain motivated and they continue to serve in the government. As we know, J&K has the rare distinction wherein the faith of general public in public institutions is far higher than any other state. So the credit of it goes to people like who are all available in this audience. It is only because of the efforts of these medical colleges, the district hospitals and each one of you that we have people still willing to come to our health institutions. That's commendable. We can be compared perhaps with Kerala in India. I was looking at the data of Ayushman Bharat, wherein we provide cashless treatment for around 1,300 different treatments. Overall, we have been providing around 65% of the treatment is taken care of by our government institutions, which is commendable and which is one of the highest in the country. And I wish that all of us continue to work in our own positions, bring new ideas so that this percentage grows more and more in future. I have noted down with humility the points which have been referred to me, especially with regard to start of robotic surgeries in J&K, and I wish to convey that I'll do whatever is possible within my limitations to ensure that our departments grow at the same pace as any other institution anywhere in the world. So that is my commitment to each one of you here. And I must say one thing that I have missed out. I think last year has been a remarkable year in the history of J&K, especially in terms of urological services. Both GMC Srinagar and GMC Jammu launched the long-awaited renal transplant program. And I must compliment those doctors who were spearheading this program, because I understand. I spoke to Dr. Reina. He was here in Jammu when I met him last. So I understand it's a painstaking process. It's never an easy thing to introduce something as complicated and or as advanced as renal transplant. But I think the organ donation and the transplant program in J&K has really picked up, and I'm of the firm belief that it's just a matter of time before we have much more facilities in terms of transplant also available in J&K, including liver transplant or who knows, heart transplant. So, but I am hopeful, looking at the commitment that the set of doctors that we have in J&K, I am very hopeful that this is not a distant dream. It will happen and happen very soon. Towards the end, I'll only mention that now that GMC Srinagar and GMC Jammu, they have come a long way. I think this institution must be around 70 years old. I don't really know when was it actually started. But now the focus in these institutions should be on the expansion of super specialty care. And that is what our Chief Secretary also continues to say, that nobody from Jammu and Kashmir should travel outside to avail any treatment or any care. So we must aim and aspire to build our capacities so that every person who stays in Jammu and Kashmir, irrespective of his economic status, is given the due care, due treatment that is the best in the world. With these thoughts, I'll conclude. And once again, I would like to compliment the organizers of this conference. And I think these conferences are very important for peer learning, for the introduction of new ideas. And I wish that they continue with the good work that they have been doing till now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. It's time to introduce and felicitate the operative faculty for demonstrating their outstanding meticulous surgical skills. I would first like to express our gratitude to the faculty members who have joined virtually. And I would like to include first Dr. P. Senthilnathan, Head, Department of HPB Surgery, Department of Surgery and Liver Transplantation, GEM Hospital, Chennai, who demonstrated robotic distal pancreatectomy. I would also like to express our gratitude to Professor Dr. C. Palanivelu, Chairman, GEM Hospital and Research Center, Dr. Rashid Sheikh, Section Chief and Program Director, HPB Fellowship, Associate Professor, Clinical Surgery, USA.
Sorry, I have to interrupt you. Actually, our worthy chief guest has a commitment. He has attend a high-level meeting. And I express my sincere gratitude to him that he has spared some time out of his busy schedule. I'm so thankful to you, sir. And thank you very much on behalf of Department of Surgery and Government Medical College, Srinagar. Gulzar Mufti de rahi hai. Continue. You did extremely well.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
proud.
Thank you. I request our guest of honor, Professor Gulzar Mufti sir, to kindly felicitate our operative faculty. But before expressing our gratitude to the surgeons, it's worthwhile to mention that these surgical procedures wouldn't be possible without the tiring efforts of our anesthesia department. May I request our head of the Department of Anesthesia, Professor Rukhsana Najib ma'am, to please come on the stage. Ma'am, please. Thank you, ma'am. For the felicitation of our operative surgeons, I would like to invite Dr. Deepak Raguri, Senior Consultant Urologist, AINU, Hyderabad. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. Dr. Anshuman Kapoor, Senior Consultant Urologist, Kidney and URO Stone Center, Chandigarh. Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Ilyas Sharma, Head, Department of Urology, Super Speciality Hospital, Government Medical College, Jammu. Thank you, sir. Dr. Rahul Gupta, Associate Professor, Department of Urology, Super Speciality Hospital, Government Medical College, Jammu. Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Munir Khan, Head, Department of Urology, Kidney Hospital, Srinagar. Professor Dr. M. Salim Wani, sir, Head, Department of Urology, Skin, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Arif Hamid, sir, Professor, Department of Urology, Skin, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Mufti Mahmood Ahmed, Head, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Syed Sajjad Nazir, Head Department of Urology, Super Speciality Hospital, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Dr. Tanveer Iqbal, Associate Professor, Department of Urology, Super Speciality Hospital, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Dr. Shafiq Ahmed, Director Urology, Robotic Surgery and Renal Transplantation, BLK Max Hospital, Delhi. Dr. Saeed Javed Kadri, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Dr. Pavandra Lal, Professor and Head, Department of Surgery, Mamsi and Ellen Hospital, Delhi. Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Ijaz Ahmed Malik, Head, Department of Surgery, Skin, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Iqbal Salim Meet, sir, Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Nasir Awan, Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Professor Dr. Shakil Ahmed Mir, Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Professor Dr. M.R. Atri, Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Mushtaq Chalku, Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Dr. Abdul Rashid Ganai, Associate Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Dr. Zafar Salim Khande, Associate Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Dr. G.M. Naiku, Associate Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Dr. Abdul Hamid Samoon, Associate Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Dr. Arshad Rashid Kima, Assistant Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Dr. Rajandeep Singh, Assistant Professor, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you, sir. Dr. Manzoor Chalku, Lecturer, Department of Surgery, Government Medical College, Srinagar. Thank you so much, everyone. अभी organize The pillars of our department, who happen to be an epitome of hard work, endeavor, and great vision, have made this conference a reality, setting an example for the future ahead. May I please request our guest of honor for felicitating the organizing committee. Sir, once again. I'm so sorry. I request our organizing chairman, Professor Mufti Mahmood sir, to please come on the stage. So kindly felicitate our organizing chairman, Professor Mufti Mahmood sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, kindly felicitate the organizing co-chairman, Professor Iqbal Salim, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Sir, kindly felicitate organizing co-chairman, Professor Salim Wani, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, kindly felicitate organizing co-chairman, Professor Arif Hamid, sir. Thank you, sir. I request Treasurer Dr. Zafar Salim Khande, sir, to please come on the stage. Sir, kindly felicitate Organizing Secretary, Dr. Saeed Javed Kadri, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, kindly felicitate Joint Organizing Secretary, Dr. Arshad Rashid, sir. Sorry. Sir, last but not the least, sir, I request Joint Organizing Secretary, Dr. Rajandeep Singh, to please come on the stage. Thank you, everyone. Every occasion revolves around a central cogwheel who happens to be the secretary of that organization. May I request the organizing secretary, Dr. Saeed Javed Kadri, sir, to the podium.
Before Javed takes over, there is a demand from Professor Mahmooda Khan that she wants to have a group photograph with all the students she has had who are now, some of them are in faculty, some of them are ex-faculty, and please be seated after the vote of thanks for that group photograph with this iconic surgeon who is the teacher of teachers.
Ladies and gentlemen, and our distinguished guests, on behalf of URO SURG 2023, I stand before you today to express my deepest gratitude and extend a heartfelt vote of thanks for gracing us with your presence and making this conference truly remarkable. I thank all the people on the dais which have contributed significantly for the success of this conference. I express my gratitude to the operating faculty who demonstrated their fine art of performing various technically demanding procedures, and I'm sure that each one of must have made the best of their experience and expertise. My sincere gratitude to the Department of Anesthesia, their paramedical staff, junior and senior residents, junior and senior consultants, and especially Professor Ruxana Jabin, Head Department of Anesthesia, for their flawless job. My thanks to the entire team of theatre assistants who made our operative faculty comfortable and assisted them to perfection. I am especially indebted to patients who consented to be operated in this workshop and offered themselves for the purpose of dissemination of knowledge. Let us not forget it. My thanks to our medical superintendent, Dr. Muzaffar sir, estate officer, Mr. Javed, and Tahir from library for their logistic help. My thanks to our former faculty, Dr. Nisar Ahmedwani sir, for sponsoring our postgraduate quiz program. Thanks to the media houses for providing the unbiased coverage to the event. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the industry who have come forward to help us financially in organizing this event. I am especially indebted to Olympus, J&J, Metronics, Paras Hospitals, Carl Stores, Stryker, Sun Pharma, Intas, Dr. Reddy's, Teris, Alembic, Ipca, Cook Surgicals, Blue Neem, and AR Pharma. Organizing a conference is a team effort, and our department is a perfect example of it. While organizing this conference, the best thing about my team was that each one of us knew his job. I am thankful to all the faculty members, both senior and juniors, all the residents of our department for putting up an excellent show which will be remembered for a long time. Lastly, I would like to thank my family, especially my parents and wife, who always have to put in an extra while I am managing the conferences. My humble apologies to all those names who I could not mention due to the paucity of time. I thank you once again for being a part of the successful journey of learning and teaching, the URO SURG 2023. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for your patient hearing. Kindly stay back for the photo session as well as a cultural program. Now I request Avril to take over the stage for the cultural event.
Hello everyone. I know you guys are tired. Just sit back for 10 minutes and we'll be back. And we'll be back with a bang because we have a very special cultural program planned out for you. So just give us 10 minutes and we'll be back. Thank you for your patience. Guys,